haven't even started.
Well, we're live now.
With 3 thumbs down before we got started. Now you know those aren't legit.
It's because I ordered the most hated guitar on the internet.
Whatever.
I know, right? People just don't even want to have it. Anyway, this is our live stream every Thursday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Time on Dylan Talks Tone. Right after this one, we're going to have another live stream on our other channel where we talk about all the not guitar-related stuff, RV life and living on the road, and we'll tell you where we are and where we're going and what we did this week and that sort of stuff. However, this is guitar stuff, and we're going to answer a bunch of questions. So let's get into it.
Here we are.
I'm drinking an oat milk latte that I made myself with some kind of coffee liqueur in it, like boozy.
From Green Door Distillery in Kalamazoo,
Michigan.
And I'm drinking
the same thing.
I think the same that he made for me.
Yeah, I made 2. I did. Because, 2 live streams in a row. We got to be on our game and whatnot.
So staying awake with the caffeine
but not too awake with the booze. That was the idea.
Okay.
So hopefully it'll kind of mellow itself out. I'll tell you what. Instead of talking a bunch, let's get straight into the questions. This week.
Speaking of questions, Mr. Goat.
Oh, he has a question already?
No, he said, "Oh, that shirt. You can skip my question."
I didn't realize until just before this live stream that they were playing Green Bay tonight. We will get to your question. I wore this on purpose because you asked She's like, "Why are you wearing that?" And I'm like, "Because somebody asked the question."
Now I know who asked the question. You ratted
exactly.
yourself out.
All right, well, let's get into some questions. So for those of you that may not know, I make a post the day before, or this morning, sorry, running a little late, on Patreon and for YouTube members. And, well, anybody can actually ask questions, obviously. But we're kind of trying to keep these things to an hour. So if you want to get your question in, for sure, you can go to Patreon or you can become a YouTube member down there, and I will make sure and we will feature them on the screen. Or you could use
if you're here right now.
Yes.
Yeah.
You can use a super chat, and we play a funny sound, and we put you up on the screen and everything to make sure that you get your question in, because we're only going for an hour. We're going to try it.
And it's raining. We love rain.
Yeah. We'll tell you about that in the other live stream. First question from Patreon. Ivan. While scrolling through my main pickup parts supplier's offerings, I noticed metal backplates for Strat single coils. Yay or nay? If yes, will it impact the tone like having a metal backplate on a Tele bridge pickup? Yes and... okay. Yay and yes. He said yay or nay, so I'm going yay. They're really cool. So it does exactly what a Tele bridge pickup does, because contrary to what you might read in a Facebook group, the tone from a Telecaster bridge pickup comes from the winding combination and all that, but the change and the gnarliness of it comes from the fact that it has that metal plate on the bottom and it reshapes the whole magnetic field, etc., etc. You can do that on a Strat pickup. Those are predominantly, like, always on back order. I don't know why, but they're always on back order. If you have a Stratocaster and you want to experiment with this, steal an idea from Jimmy at Jersey Shore Guitar Garage. He said when he was a kid, he wanted to try it, and he put razor blades on the bottom of his, like, drywall knife blades. If you, like, because the way they're shaped, like, face them so they go together, and you can get 2 of them across the bottom of a Strat pickup, and it'll sound more like a Tele.
That's so funny.
And it's a magnet, so it'll just stick to the bottom. You can decide if you like it before you go to all the trouble of ordering the thing and soldering the extra ground on and all that kind of stuff. Yeah. I should do a video about it at some point.
And then you've officially weaponized your guitar.
That's right. And then
Prepared for anything.
Yeah. And you can open boxes and stuff.
Oh, is that what you use razor blades for? I just peel stickers off things.
I use my
goo. Who needs goo gun when you have razor blades?
I use my awesome knife that one of our awesome viewers gave me. I talked about this last week.
He does love it, by the way.
I love it. I've been using it. I think that's tofu juice.
You cut tofu with it?
No, I just opened the container, but there was, yeah.
Anyway. That's next level right there.
Anyway. BC Rich, this is an interesting question. Dylan, do you think that more and more aftermarket manufacturers of pickups and electronic upgrades will begin using solderless connectors, so more players will be willing to upgrade their instruments, or is doing so really worthless unless the big guitar manufacturers start including quick connect control modules as standard?
Doesn't matter.
I think I've tried this many times. I actually have a really good system for Telecasters. It works really well. But it takes longer to make it. There are more parts involved, and so they are more expensive. And people don't want to pay the money. Obsidian is another brand, and they are pretty spendy because there are more components involved. Also, I mean, this is the whole subject of why there's a pink guitar on my order list and on the thumbnail. As younger guitar players get involved in the industry, I hope it goes there. But right now,
so you're saying you think there could be like a mainstream place for it?
I do. But there's too many old dudes that bristle at it to make it a marketable product right now. Yeah. I don't think it's not there yet. And it's because the customer base isn't there yet. The technology's been there forever. But people are pretty old farty about this stuff. And so, I mean, I'm just going to say it. Like, which we need to talk about.
Somebody already said it. Somebody said, I'm just going to say it. Oh, Brett Johnson did.
He did. Starting tomorrow at noon, I'm going to start a new series that's going to be called I'm Just Going to Say It. And it's going to be editorial. I mean, Rick Beato can do it. The Guitar Doctor can do it. All these other people can have an opinion. So I'm going to have an opinion. And they're going to be facts-based. Facts. Somebody's going to fax me. And I'm going to base it on facts. A fax.
Facts in your questions.
You got that. You got that right away, I see. They're going to be fact-based, obviously, like the rest of my channel. And the first one is who deserves or who should get or who shouldn't get a signature model. I think
that's tomorrow, not tonight?
No, that's tomorrow.
People think it might be tonight.
Oh. No, it's tomorrow at noon. I'm going to do it live.
He's just going to say it, y'all.
I'm going to do it live.
Tomorrow.
We're going to talk about this guitar. Don't get me wrong. We're going to talk about this guitar, but tomorrow we're going to talk about this signature model thing. Anyway, and this series is going to be called I'm Just Going to Say It. And the reason I'm going to do them live, I'm kind of stealing from Joe Rogan here. I think it will be better live because it will be closer to a real interaction when people get offended or take exception to or disagree with my opinion on something, and we can actually have an exchange about it in the comments in a live setting instead of trying to have an exchange in comments sections, which never goes well, especially when you're discussing a difference of opinion. Because I know there will be differences of opinion, because when you share your opinion, that happens, which is fun and cool, but it needs to be done right. So that's why I want to do it live. So I'm kind of excited about it.
A lot. Can you tell?
I'm really excited about it. Oh. We have more questions.
Let's go.
Mr. Goat,
Full circle.
I have seen you with a Cardinals hat on. Are you a football Cardinal fan? Go Pack Go. I am. I'm actually, more importantly, even though he doesn't play anymore as of this year, a Larry Fitzgerald fan. I love him. I think he's the best wide receiver ever to play the game. He's better than Jerry Rice. He's better than Barry Sanders. I don't care what anybody says. Because I like him. I think he's a really cool guy. And I lived in Arizona for a long time. I was in Flagstaff, and they had their summer camps there. I've worked on a bunch of their cars. Like, I got to meet a bunch of them back in the day when they were like really winning with Kurt Warner and all that. So I've been a Cardinals fan for a long time. Thick and thin, mostly thin until this year. That being said, I'm not a massive sportsy guy. You ask me about anything about Formula One, and I will definitely have something to say about that. But when it comes to ball sports, I don't keep up like I should.
Ball sports.
Ball sports.
Oh.
We got a super chat.
Oh, it hasn't come through on the computer yet.
Oh, it's a little slow. There it is.
Oh, why did it show up there and then it showed up here? Anyway.
I don't know. Interruption time. Thanks, Dave.
Thanks,
I appreciate that very much.
I feel like that was him saying you're talking too much. I'm just kidding.
No, I was just answering the question. And I can't stand the Packers. Never, ever have been a Packer fan. Because I originally grew up in Michigan, and I've been a Lions fan also ever since I was a kid, too. So, there you go.
Is Tomorrow's Opinion Show on YouTube or Facebook?
YouTube. Right here. Yeah, we're doing it. We're doing it in the same spot.
Go ahead.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's see. Vincent had 2 questions. Hello Kitty Strat versus MGK Telly. Which one wins?
Who's playing it?
That's a good question. You want to tell the story behind the who's playing it?
Yeah, so we've seen the Hello Kitty guitar in action. We have a friend, played for... Do you say who he plays for?
Yeah.
Okay. Played for James Brown. We're from Augusta. And plays amazingly.
Beast of a guitar player.
Picks up... What does he play? Like an expensive Les Paul?
No, he actually...
He
plays a custom-made... So, here's the crazy thing about James Brown. Is all the guitars had to match.
Yes.
So it had to match their outfits. I have a buddy who owns a guitar that PRS sent James Brown to be played in the band, and it didn't quite match. It was the wrong color blue. It was too green, and James Brown said no, and it was like a $4,000 guitar. Like, he's really picky about that. Anyway, so he has a leftover from that time period. PRS custom made him this guitar that is, there's only one. It's the only one like it. And he only uses the middle single coil.
Yeah.
Always. At all times. When he plays it through a Bandmaster with a TS9. And he is a monster player.
Yep.
Amazing.
And then he can pick up the Hello Kitty guitar and play just as good.
And sound exactly like he always
still sounds like him.
Yeah.
Just saying.
So, it depends who's playing the guitar. I think it doesn't matter. I mean, it kind of matters, but it doesn't really. Vincent had one more question. Just wanted to see if you can continue with talking about the reference sound
Good
inspiration for your various pickups. So I saw this when I was preparing tonight. Please get in the comments, everybody. You know, we make Telly pickups, we make Strat pickups, we make humbuckers, you know the ones, center punch, DAF, P90s, humbucker size P90s. I'll leave that set for a few minutes and let you pick. I'll let you pick what pickup you want me to talk about. And then I've been keeping track of the ones that we've already talked about so we don't repeat it for next week. So you can't say center punch and you can't say DAF. Other than that, all of my other pickups, let me know.
Why? Because you talked about them last week?
Because we talked about them last week and the week before, yeah. So let me know what you want to hear about.
Do you know what kind of pickups he makes?
Yeah, a lot of people know.
Do you even know?
Brett, you've mentioned in the past your dislike for GFS. Are you willing to say more? Yeah, for sure. They're garbage. So, okay, this goes back again to the same. I was thinking about this more this week because this is going to be one of my Friday shows, probably.
Oh, you already have a list going.
Oh, man, I do. And I'm mostly, you know what I did?
It up, y'all.
You know what? No, you know what I did?
No.
What'd
you did?
I left pretty much every guitar group on Facebook because they're all so annoying. And I have one that a friend of mine runs, and he asked me to come back because he wants me to share video content and stuff in it, and he wants to he's trying to be constructive with it. He's losing that battle right now.
Because somebody's an instigator?
Which we'll talk about in a minute. But anyway, so I've been paying attention to what are predominant topics in the group.
Oh, and getting ideas.
Yeah, and getting ideas, because if guitar players would
talk about those passionate topics.
Yes, and if guitar players would kind of actually think about what they're saying or posting, we would all be better for it. So that's one of the things. So the GFS thing comes back to another one of my root principles, which is...
So what is GFS for those of us that don't know? I'm not asking for a friend.
Super cheap. They make pickups, they make guitar bodies. You remember I ordered a long time ago, but those fold up workstation things, and one of them came and it was all broke and stupid. It was that company.
Okay.
And then they gave me another one, and then
yes.
Part of the problem is that now they know I'm on YouTube, and so I will never get a crappy thing from them again because they pick stuff. So I don't like that. I want to know what's real. There's some times where I actually order stuff from companies and put her name on it so that...
That's rude.
I had to do it with the stupid thing you put on the back of the telly, the bottle opener thing. He figured it out, but he didn't know right away.
Don't make me look like the bad guy.
Anyway, the GFS thing. I mean, you're here. You're in
it. No. I'm not an instigator or the bad guy.
No, I just wanted...
Or stir the pot.
I didn't think he would send it to me if it had my name on it. I really didn't think he would send it to me. Because I knew he knew that I didn't think it was a good idea. Anyways.
Prejudged it.
I wanted it to work, but I knew it wasn't going to. Makes a great bottle opener, though. I still have it.
It's pretty tough, because we ran over it.
Should put it on the roll bar of the Jeep. And then we could just have it for when we're outside. Put it on the side of the refrigerator in the Jeep. Anyway, GFS. Inconsistent. Completely super inconsistent stuff. Their bodies are inconsistent. Their necks are inconsistent. They're all super cheap. The fretwork's not that great. I have used it enough. I have tried it enough, and I have worked on it enough. I've had people bring me stuff to put together. I've worked on it enough to know. As far as their pickups go, I'm just going to say this. If you are getting into the hobby and you cannot afford a guitar, you cannot afford new pickups, and you cannot afford whatever it is, and you just need the cheapest thing possible to A, be able to afford it at all, or B, you want to dip your toes in, but you don't want to invest too much until you really know, even though that one's a little gray area for me, and I'll tell you why in a minute, then saying the words X or Y is amazing for the money may apply if you can't afford it. If you have to say a qualification, such and such and such is okay for the money, don't buy it. Just don't buy it. And when you look at GFS people, they all say it every time the letters GFS come out of their name, they say out of their mouth, they say for the money. These pickups are amazing for the money. Well, okay. If that's all you can spend, I understand it. However, I know that 90% of the time that is not the case, and you're just being cheap. And you're shortchanging your hobby, and you're shortchanging the possibilities that you can do. And I know there will be people that disagree with me on that, but I see it all the time with newer players, especially, that will, and this needs to be on a Friday, probably not right now, but basically, I see a lot of new players, and what are people saying?
Somebody said, "Are you talking about Gordon Food Service?" And then everybody's saying GFS doesn't make anything; they're just resellers, not Gordon Food Service.
Of really cheap stuff.
Even though that's a reseller.
Just don't get in the habit of settling for something if you're trying to make this your hobby that you're passionate about. I mean, it's one thing if you're like, I want to try to build my first guitar and I only have $400. Or you know what I mean? I only have X amount of dollars and I have this old guitar and I need some pickups and I need some hardware and I only have X amount of dollars, but I want to try building my first guitar for the first time or putting some parts together or a parts caster or whatever. I totally get that. And that is what GFS is for. GFS is for experimenting on something for the first time. It is not for creating a serious playing instrument. That's probably what I should just say and stop there. Rob, what is it? That's the segue question.
What is what? What is it? Red Hot Chili Peppers?
No.
Who is that?
Faith No More.
Oh, yeah. I'm like, I can't think past that line. I can't think of how it goes.
You can only think what is, I know all the words, but you can only think of what is it, and you know that the piano explodes at the end of the video and the fish flops around.
No, I couldn't.
Really?
I couldn't get past the line. I was like, I can hear the line, but I can't think what comes next.
That's like one of my favorite songs of all time. I love Faith No More. Yeah. All right. So the what is it is he's asking me what the pink guitar is.
Is it pink?
Mm-hmm.
Is it violet?
No, it's pink.
What does it say the color is?
Pink.
Does it say the color?
Yeah,
it just says pink.
Yeah, because it's Machine Gun Kelly's favorite color.
Pink?
Everything is pink, yeah. Okay. Let's chat about this guitar. Because I know this is why everybody's really here. I'm surprised the guy from last week hasn't been in the comments, been like, you haven't talked about it yet.
Oh, they're in there.
Okay.
Don't worry.
Okay.
3 thumbs down. Let's see how many more we get.
I ordered. Oh, and that's it? Okay, well, I'll just tell you. I ordered the Machine Gun Kelly signature guitar yesterday. I posted it genuinely, like not as a trigger, genuinely in the one Facebook group that I'm in. 300 hateful comments later, I'm like, holy smokes. People do not like this guitar, and people do not like the fact that it exists, and people think that it's gonna suck. And this guitar is really cool. It's a Tele, it's a PT, a Schecter PT. It's really cool. Ebony fretboard. It's got the cool inlay at the 12th fret, which personally I like. Which, that could be subjective. The peg head is a little bit of a weird shape. I feel like you could probably put a bottle opener in the peg head. I'm not a huge fan of the peg head, to be honest. But it's, whatever. I'm not a peg head guy. Like, oh, that's an ugly peg head. I'm never gonna buy that guitar. Like I'm not that guy. So, single humbucker. It's a flat radius, like a 12 or a 14-inch flat radius neck. Jumbo frets, which I love, and it's got one humbucker with a one volume knob and a kill switch.
Mm.
Yeah, and I've not really had a guitar with a kill switch before.
Well, we made one.
Yeah, I've done them for other people, but I've never had one myself. You'll recall that when this guitar first came out and we had it in news on Tuesday, a couple weeks ago, I said in that video I was going to order it. I had to put some things together, and obviously we're all selling and buying and swapping around stuff to make it happen. There's a bunch of comments on even the post on YouTube for it was supposed to be like ask questions about tonight, but it was just a bunch of people hating on the Machine Gun Kelly guitar. And they were like, these guitars are going to be available used for $100 everywhere in 6 months. Like, these guitars are going to suck. The guitar is not going to suck. It's going to be good because it's a Schecter.
Mm-hmm.
This stuff is good. It's really good. Does it cost too much? Probably, but I was just talking to my Schecter guy. See, I have a Schecter guy. So I have a Schecter guy, and I have a couple of people that work in these retail establishments. So, first of all, I called my Schecter guy, texted me, and he's like, dude, why didn't you talk to me about this guitar before you ordered it? I could have got it for you from Schecter. And I was like, well, check, see if you can. And he said, they're 500 back ordered right now. And he doesn't know when he's going to get caught up because there's more orders coming in for it every day. And somebody in the YouTube comments said that's because there's a bunch of shops ordering inventory so that they can stock up on it and they're just going to sit on the shelves. But the retail people that I spoke to said that was not true, that it was on a pre-order status right now.
Mm.
So none of these places have stock in order. It's all pre-order stuff. So I ordered a guitar, a whole bunch of other people order a guitar, and we're all waiting on it for Schecter to catch up. Yes, there will be some inventory, but typically most retailers do not stock high numbers of signature guitars because they know they're super niche. Especially with this one. Not because of who he is, more so because of what the guitar is, because it's just single humbucker, single volume,
Mm-hmm.
and it's pink. So it's going to be super niche. I love pink guitars. I love single pickup guitars. And to be honest with you, we're not going to talk about the signature part of it tonight, but what we will talk about is, to tell you the truth, I'm a Machine Gun Kelly fan. And I don't care if that makes down thumbs or not. I don't care. We were riding around in the Jeep last week. She didn't know who he was, really. Did a bunch of research.
It was after, and it wasn't even related to anything. It was after going to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame because they had his stuff there, and I was like, "Who is this?"
Yeah, because he's not in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, but it was like, these are the people that are making a splash right now.
And our sister-in-law went to a concert, and I was like,
yeah,
what in the heck?
My brother's wife went to Machine Gun Kelly concert that week.
She's your sister-in-law?
Yeah. And it was packed.
Yeah.
With bajillions of people that are not you.
Oh, that's not nice. They might be fans.
No, these people that are complaining about it right now?
They're not complaining.
Okay, so yes, you're right. That's probably not nice.
The only thing they've said is, wouldn't you rather have a John 5 signature model?
Yes.
Nope, 4 thumbs down. Here we go.
But I have had many here's why I do not have one. I've had many opportunities to buy them. I could just go get one. But they only make a Squire one. They don't make a good one. Um, if Fender made an actual Fender John 5 guitar, I'd buy it for sure. But it could not be the Buck Owens glittery one with the stupid 12-string peg head with only 6 tuners on it. I want the gold one with just the 2 knobs and the 2 humbuckers and the kill switch. I want that guitar. I do want that guitar. I have not had an opportunity to come across the right one because they only make the Squire ones, and I don't want a Squire one. I want a real one. And you're going to be like, well, you're buying basically a Squire Schecter. I am, but they're not billing it as anything else. And we're going to talk about that tomorrow when it comes to how signature models happen and what they are and who gets them and stuff. Because we're going to talk about Avril Lavigne. We're going to talk about Machine Gun Kelly. We're going to talk about David Gilmour. We're going to talk about some new people, some kind of new people, some old people, and when you look at their signature models and what they are and how they're handled and etc., we're going to talk about that tomorrow. My main thing is I like this guitar, and I think a lot of people are going to like this guitar. And I know a lot of people are going to get in the comments and say, yeah, well, Machine Gun Kelly is a douche, so I think this guitar shouldn't happen. Watch my video tomorrow. Also, is he? Really? I mean, unpopular opinion, but when he said Slipknot was a bunch of old dudes with Halloween masks, I kind of have to agree. And somebody was like, well, he is in the bad graces of the rock community right now. Not really. He's actually made a bunch of people in Facebook groups that a lot of people are in mad. And there's been some people in the press that have been mad about him. But he had, and we're going to bring up some more numbers next week or tomorrow. But last month he had 52 million, 52.5 million views on YouTube. I don't know if you know this or not, but that netted him $245,000 in YouTube revenue just from YouTube. That doesn't have anything to do with anything else. The dude is raking it. Is he edgy? Absolutely. Does that have anything to do with whether this guitar is good or not? Nope, not at all. And you might say, okay, well, I don't want to support him or whatever. Okay, I get that. Just go buy a used one when you say they allegedly will come out used for $100. Or you can buy mine, but I'm not going to sell it for $100. I'll keep it before I sell it. It'll sit in a closet before I sell it to somebody for $100 because I think it's going to be a really good guitar. And on top of that, let's just say there's some new Dylan pickup stuff coming. I've been working for the last few days, actually since I decided to buy this guitar. I have been sketching and thinking and brainstorming some ideas for another high output humbucker to sit alongside but probably be different and exceed the 8-ball. So it's going to be really good, I'm pretty sure. I haven't made one yet, but I don't have a guitar to test it in, so kind of have to wait for the guitar to get here. I hope it comes soon because, yeah, so just to give you a little sneak peek into that. The other reason I bought it is because I really think a lot of people are going to be into it, and I think it's going to make good video content. I think people are going to want to know about this guitar. Whether they admit it or not, they're going to want to know about it. And so, yeah, that's why I got it. I'm super stoked. I'm real stoked about this guitar, and I can't wait to play it for you.
There's people doing Milli Vanilli lyrics in the comments right now, and it's cracking me up. So people are not happy.
Woo!
That's the most thumbs down we've had on a live in a long time.
Mm-hmm. How many people do we have on right now?
I think a lot of people dropped off. We had 100 for a while, and it's steady dropping off. So
I think it's because I agree with him about Slipknot. See, here's the thing. This is the thing about the Slipknot thing. I'm gonna set my drink down for this. Why does anybody care what somebody says about a rock band? That's the part I don't
They
understand.
only care if they agree, if they disagree.
Right.
If they agreed, they wouldn't care that he said it.
But what bearing does that have on anything at all? Because here's the thing. Corey Taylor's going to say what he's going to say, whether his fans agree with him or not. So they have nothing to do with the overall outcome of any of this.
John Own 8 can't play Annie Roddy. Thank you for the super chat.
I don't have time or money to blow. Oh, let's see. I don't have time or money.
I love signature guitars. Don't have the time or money to try all guitars. Love to try the same playing experience at my favorite players.
As my favorite players. Yeah. No, I get that. I totally get that. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, I guess that's the thing. Like, I don't know. Maybe I just spend my days like worrying about other stuff, but I don't really. If somebody says something stupid about some other rock star on Twitter, like, it just does not even make my radar. Like, I didn't even know about this, and I like pay attention to music news every week on purpose, and I was just like, went straight over my head. Like, I don't get. I don't know. I just don't get how or why people would get worked up over it, to the point that they would stop supporting a particular artist. I mean, so, okay, let's talk about this, because I just learned this term the other day. What's happening, because of all of the anger about this, is called the Streisand effect. Barbra Streisand owned a home in Malibu on the beach, and a fan figured out where she lived, and I think took a drone shot of it or something, and put it on Facebook. And Barbra Streisand sued that fan and made this huge deal out of it, and now everybody knows where Barbra Streisand lives. If she would have just let it lie, then nothing would have ever happened. Maybe a few people would have figured it out on Facebook or Instagram or whatever, and then the thing would have just died. So what's happening is, with this thing, is the same thing. It's like fans are getting worked up over some. I mean, just if you like Slipknot, go buy a Slipknot record, and if you like an MGK record, go buy an MGK record. I don't know what they have to do with each other, except for get Machine Gun Kelly a whole heck of a lot more playtime than he's ever got before. Like, it's the reverse effect. If you don't like him, saying stuff about it on the internet and putting 13 thumbs down on this video is doing the opposite. Because here's what'll happen. You put the thumbs down on the video, people are going to see the thumbs down on the video, and they're going to want to know what's going on in this video, and they're going to come and click on this video. Like, that's exactly what I'm talking about. Like, it's the opposite effect. So being angry about stuff online and being super vocal about it has the opposite effect of what you want it to do anyways. Which I think is really funny.
Yeah, and I know you're going to talk about this tomorrow, but I think people just have the wrong idea. They think they're not thinking about the guitar, or they think you have to be like a super fan of somebody to have some signature model. But I mean, what if it's just a really cool guitar? What's wrong with that? Would you not buy it just because, oh, I think that's associated with somebody? I guess they would. I don't know.
Well, that's what's happening. Well, here's the thing, though. That's not what's happening.
Okay.
Because the people that say they wouldn't buy this guitar wouldn't buy this guitar anyway. Because they ain't going to play a pink guitar with one humbucker in it. Most of them. Let's flip this around. And this is going to tell you something about me. I don't care or know who Mark Lettieri is.
Don't look at me.
Mike Lettieri. Mark. I don't even know what his name is. I don't know who he plays for. I don't know what he does. I have no idea. I don't care because I don't follow every stinking thing ever that was ever on Twitter or on Apple Music. But right now, I want to buy his signature guitar more than any other guitar on the planet right now. And I don't even know who he is. I don't even care.
But you might learn.
That's the Black PRS.
Oh. And you might learn. And same thing
Maybe.
with this MGK. Like, I had no idea who it was. Literally zero idea. But we read about him.
Listened to a bunch of his music.
I was impressed at his scrappiness and how he got where he was at. You know, the story that got him to where he's at. And I'm like, hey, he worked hard to get where he's at.
So that was one of the comments today.
Maybe he's a jerk. I don't know. I don't follow him enough. I don't know who. I mean, a lot of people I thought I liked are jerks. So you either have to ignore it or you have to know they're a jerk. Like, everybody has a personality.
Yeah. Exactly.
I don't know. But if people were coming at me all day, I'd probably be a jerk too.
I'll tell you what else. People think I'm a jerk on the internet all the time. But everybody that meets me in person says I'm not, because I'm not.
But your face.
But your face. That's awesome. I don't know. I just think, and I'm a huge, I don't know. I think you should learn more about people before you cancel them. From a loyal customer, spreading the word. Thanks, dude. I appreciate that, Jonathan Knapp.
Super chat, Jonathan.
Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah, I just think I think all of this kind of stuff is counterproductive to what we're trying to do here.
Everybody said Les Paul was originally a signature guitar.
It was.
And now it's just a brand.
Yeah, and it became a brand. So you did some research into Machine Gun Kelly. What does he have? A coffee wasn't it a coffee shop or some kind of brewing company or something he owns, and he's like, I forget now.
Was this like 3 weeks ago?
It was. We were in the car, and we didn't like all his music.
No.
Well, I really liked some of it.
It wasn't what I expected, I guess. I don't know what I expected. I expected it to be harder, I guess.
No, it's poppy
kind of
for
poppy.
Sure. Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't know who it was to.
All I know is everybody expects a guitar player to be a guitar shreddy hero, Allman Brothers, Led Zeppelin guitar hero. And they just don't have to be anymore. You can use a guitar to make sounds. And the sounds that a person chooses to make with the instrument might not be what you're used to making. I mean, it's going to happen. More and more and more and more. And the whole conversation surrounding this and the 14 now thumbs down are the reason why we don't have solderless hookups for pickups. Because it's the same thing.
Somebody said the only reason I know who Mark, whatever his name
Lettieri
is because I get hella ads from him on Facebook.
Oh, does he do some kind? He must do some kind of like.
I don't know.
Lessons or something? Does he do guitar lessons or something?
I don't know, but that's really funny.
Yeah. Anyway, tomorrow is going to be interesting because we're going to talk about signature stuff, and it's a very interesting thing. People don't know what signature guitars are for. It is not a reward. Just going to say that. We can talk about it tomorrow, but it's not a reward. It's not what signature guitars are for.
Right.
So, he doesn't have to be the best guitar in the world. Guitar player. And whether you like him or not has nothing to do with how good the guitar is going to be. because the guitar's going to be good.
Oh, that's a great comment. So the Matt Lewis experience said, I really like this live stream. I think if you like it, that's it. That's all the justification needed.
Exactly. That's exactly what I'm saying. Yeah, exactly.
I'm glad the message came through.
Yeah, and that's really the point. I don't know. I think people just get worked up about stuff for no reason. Oh man, you should have seen. It was brutal in the comments yesterday. Like I went through because I responded to a few of them. You know, because I thought I was having a meaningful conversation with people, and then it just got super ugly.
And you were like, "Oh, never
and I
mind."
And I went back and I deleted all my responses to everybody's questions because I was just like, you know what, I don't need this. Like, I'm not. That's not what I'm here for. I was here for enjoying guitar conversation.
15. Keep climbing the thumbs down. I don't know what. I mean, what is it? Nobody's commenting though. Like, so what? What do you not like? Like, you just don't like a person. You don't like a pink guitar. You don't like that somebody has a different opinion than you. Like,
that's what it is.
What is? Well, I mean, don't go on the internet if you need confirmation.
Yeah. You don't have the balls to say you disagree in the comments, so you hit the dislike button. Am I getting hot? Hot, cold.
So the dislike button. I mean, I know we laugh about it all the time, like thumbs down, but I mean, I see many things on the internet that I just scroll past. I've never like, this is the dumbest thing ever, or thumbs down, or mean face. Like, I've never reacted. Like, I'm just like, oh, moving on. This isn't for me. Like,
yeah. And what I think is funny is people accuse me constantly because so this is a funny thing. I disagree a lot with
everybody. Me too.
You're pretty agreeable though, so I agree with.
What are you doing?
Sorry, I thought I heard a noise, and we had to fix a leak today. I want to make sure it wasn't leaking.
What were you gonna do if it was?
Nothing. I just heard it. I fundamentally have issues with a lot of.
You could have just stopped there. I'm just kidding.
I fundamentally have issues with a lot of the normal way that things are done in the guitar industry because I am 100% believer in progress, and I feel like the audience as well as the industry as a result of the audience, that's the soldered versus solderless thing, does not move enough, does not move quickly enough. Somebody said today, well, he's completely upturned the blah, blah, blah because of what he said on the internet. And I'm like, maybe it needs to be shaken up, man. Maybe it needs to be shaken up and see what rises to the top. And so I know, and I'm okay with now 15 thumbs down.
Yeah.
I'm totally okay with it but what I would ask of all the thumbs down folks is let's chat about it. Like, have a conversation. Because, I don't know, it's like against the law to have an opinion or disagree with somebody anymore. And I don't think that's true. That's how we move things forward. Like, if you saw one of my videos about one of my products and just left a thumbs down, instead of saying, hey, what if you made this improvement in the future, then I would buy one. Now we're both winning.
Constructive, yeah.
Like, and not hateful, not, like that kind of stuff. Engaging, like proper engagement, not attacking each other, not any of that stuff.
Yeah, and somebody said, I stay sub to some channels just because I hate them and want to put thumbs down on other-ish forever just because, LOL.
See, and I just don't have that kind of time.
And he said, if you don't answer honestly, the content analytics will never be accurate. I mean, I get, like, if you truly disagree, you disagree. I'm not saying you can't use thumbs down. I'm saying it is an intriguing, what you just said, is so intriguing that you take the time to do it. Here we go. Take the time to do it without Like, how did you make it this far? I mean, I guess they could have just started watching, so I guess it's inaccurate to say you've been watching the entire time. I don't know. It just intrigues me.
I'll tell you what.
And I've never seen
this many
thumbs down on a
I'll tell you what else.
Video.
This live stream is going to be the best performing live stream that we will have this month. I would put money on it right now.
Because it's controversial?
No.
Because why?
Because of the interaction.
Really?
It doesn't matter which way the thumb goes. I think a lot of people don't realize that.
He said I don't have time. I automated it.
Oh my God. This dude's next level troll, man.
That's so awesome.
Oh, I like you.
Dude, that is amazing.
That is awesome.
Oh, that's so amazing. But he's commenting. Like, it's different. Like,
that's
you're
exactly
still
right.
Hanging out.
Yeah.
I mean, he said he has to go because he has to get up in the morning, but
and we have to go
appreciate you
soon too.
Sharing some feedback on that.
Yeah.
And people are like, wait, you can automate thumbs down? Anyway, we do have some questions. We need to like hurry up and do some questions then.
Let's do some rapid fire. We got about 9 minutes left.
Charles just shared, because we were talking about, buying and selling. He said, I just buy guitars and music equipment. I have my first guitar and amp. I've never sold a guitar, had a few stolen, but never sold one. But that's just me. We already answered. The opinion show is tomorrow on YouTube. Brett Johnson said, what do you think about splitting a MM pickup? What's that mean? Music Man? Is that what we were talking about with him before?
Music Man? Maybe. Yeah, maybe. I would try that. I don't know what it's going to do, but I would try it. It'd be cool.
Is the guitar a collector's item?
I don't know.
Not yet.
I doubt it.
Maybe.
I don't care.
Oh, this is the same guy, Russell. I don't know if he's still here. He said, well, let's hear their opinion on the Billie Eilish Fender uke. LOL.
I think ukes are... How do I say this nicely? I don't find them useful, so therefore I do not have an opinion.
I love how many people have gotten into music because of ukulele.
That's true. And I like how many people have gotten into music because of Billie Eilish, because I think she's bad. Because of...
Bad means good in this
Because
case.
of the level of production. Like,
yeah.
I think that's so cool. I love that. Yeah.
John Roddy wants to know, do you still have the blue Schecter?
I do. I do have the blue Schecter, John Roddy. I know why you're asking. Shoot me a message. Email. Something.
Vinny's World made a good point. I'm not familiar with their music. Question, or is it his? Is that his name? Or is that the name of a band? But the guitar is a nice guitar. Exactly.
Yeah.
Hey,
his name is Colson.
Curtis Maximus says, hey, random question. Are you still offering pre-wired Strat pick guards? I see they have been removed from your website.
So here's what we're going to do. I am going to pre-order some pick guards. And in the month of December, we are going to do a short run of them. If you want a loaded pick guard, we are going to do them during the month of December, and then that is it for till the next time I do them. But yes, so stay tuned, and we will announce it.
Oh, we already answered that one. Jair Alvarado, don't get why people get so upset about someone sharing his opinion. I love Slipknot. I'm in love with Jim Root's Jazzmaster and the whole music, but I don't care about the opinion of Corey or MGK.
Same.
Yeah. Woo, we did it. 16 thumbs down.
That means somebody unthumbs down.
So you have to talk about pickups really quick.
Yeah.
Which pickups? People said P90s, 8-ball. You mentioned 8-ball, and then they were like, why don't you talk about the 8-ball since you mentioned it? But
okay.
Most of the votes were for P90, so you decide.
Absolutely. So, does anybody know who Greg Martin is? He played guitar for the Kentucky Headhunters for a long time. My friend, Mike, bought it's a 56, I think. 56 Les Paul Jr. from Greg Martin. And I had some time with that, and was able to develop my pickups based on those early ones. And then I bought a 53 ES125 myself. I bought an ES3 ES125, and then had some more time with a different style of early P90, and got to mess around with it a bunch. And dude, it's awesome. The Gibson new P90s that you buy now, like the one that came in my guitar that I just got, my 2021 SG Junior, they are not the same. They do not sound the same as the 59, 58, 57 Les Paul Juniors P90s. I don't know what it is, what they did different. I don't know. But I know that my pickups are closer to the early ones than the Gibson ones are now. And they sound so good. That's the one pickup, man. It could be because it's my favorite, but I really, really like it. And it's very, very good. And you will not be disappointed. But yeah, Greg Martin's 56 Les Paul Jr. is where, I think it's a 56, is where that came from. Tobacco Sunburst, super cool. Yeah, man, that's where that came from. And I got to play it quite a bit. Enough to really get a good feeling. So, in fact, my friend still owns that guitar. He hasn't sold it, so I can go play it whenever I want, really. Yeah, man. That's it. Did we do it? We did it.
Yes. Any other questions before we go?
Stay tuned tomorrow.
Cecil Music said Hank Williams Jr. gave Greg Martin a 58 Sunburst Les Paul. Quite a gift.
Woo, that is quite a gift. That's like buy a couple houses, quite a gift. Or maybe
Sunny
one
Soul
house.
said, I just bought the new orange Super Crush 100. I can't wait.
Oh, sweet. Yeah, man. That's awesome. I'm amp shopping myself right now.
David Mitchell says, follow up from my Filtertron question from last time. Some, even TV Jones, claim to get the same sound in a humbucker size pickup. Guessing it's not quite the same, but have you tried tuning that way?
It is not quite the same, but yes, we have, and we have a pretty good one. That's another one that I do limited runs sometimes because the parts are really expensive and hard to get.
Tom Millie Music. Oh, he said I have an idea for a new kind of pickup, more or less, in the process of making a prototype. If it works, would you be willing to take a look at it?
You can send me an email about it with as much detail as possible. I will try to reply to it. However, I get those on a quite a regular basis, and I don't know exactly what. Here's what happens. A lot of times people send me like, "What do you think of it?" I'm like, "Well, I don't know because I haven't heard it, and I'm not gonna make it to hear it." You know what I mean? So it's kind of a weird one. I have a hard time with those. To be truthful with you, I have a real hard time with that.
Thanks for the super chat, Benjamin Avu.
Yeah, that's a new name. Thanks, dude.
When I first started playing guitar, I only wanted Les Pauls and thought that's the only model for me. Happened to try a used USA Telly, changed my mind on Tellys, and bought it. That's awesome.
You know, to tell you the truth, I never liked Tellys. I played Strats. My first guitar was a Strat. First real, good guitar was a Strat. And my dad gave it to me. And I played Strats all my life. And until probably 10 years ago. And started to do all this stuff with like country artists and stuff. And everybody's playing Tellys. And then I really got on them. And I love them now, man. Yeah, no, that's awesome.
All right, so last thing, Brett Johnson just reminded us. So, yes, there is a bonus Zoom for members Sunday. Nothing related to Halloween. It just happens to be the 5th Sunday of the month.
Sunday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. There will be a live stream on Zoom for a certain tier of patrons on Patreon, as well as YouTube members, you can click the little YouTube link down below, and you can actually join that too. It's live. You turn your camera on. We all hang out. It's been really fun. Thank you for reminding me to say something about that, because I forgot. And we got another super chat. Cardinals are up so far. Have a good night. Thanks, dude. I appreciate it.
Thanks, Mr. Goat, for the super chat.
That's awesome. And I appreciate everybody this evening. This has been super fun. We will see you tomorrow at noon. It will be a live stream. Get in the comments. Let's have some fun. We're going to talk about who deserves or doesn't deserve or should not have. Oh, we're going to talk about Rick Beato, too.
Dave said he's dressing up Sunday. He's going to dress up like Matt.
Oh, my God. This is awesome.
We might have to record our... Oh, we do
We always record it. Yeah, we always record it.
Anyway, that sounds fun.
Awesome.
I have a Chris mask.
You do have a Chris mask. Somewhere.
Is it called a mask? I don't know. Anyway.
See you tomorrow.